Hello YouTube, and today I'm doing another list video, as you can see from the title. But before I continue, I would like to just say that this video is my top 10 favourite Dead or Alive characters, and this is based on my opinion, and my opinion alone. So they've had a lot of characters all throughout since they've started, so it's pretty hard for me to narrow it down to just 10. So as a matter of fact, I've got 11, but 2 of them are joint, so I've put 10 and joint 10. So after that, let's go straight into the video. Okay, so my 10th favourite is Bayman. His first introduction was in the first Dead or Alive release back in 1996, and he is Russian. It says here he is a former professional assassin, and he is currently a mercenary and combat sambo martial artist who debuted in the 1996 arcade version of Dead or Alive. Although he was made an unlockable character for Dead or Alive 2 in 2000, he returned as a fighter for the main lineup in 2001 for Dead or Alive 3 and continues to do so. He was a former assassin, and he worked alongside Christie, who was part of the DOA Tech, the DOA TEC, yeah, the Dead or Alive something committee. I forget what it means. My joint 10th favourite is Tina, who was also introduced into the first installment back in 1996, and she is American. It says that Tina is a professional wrestler from the Dead or Alive series who made her first appearance in the original Dead or Alive, as I've stated, in 1996. She is the daughter of Bass Armstrong, the greatest wrestler who ever lived, and here's a fact: she never used to always have blonde hair, because in the first installment her hair was more of a brown colour than blonde, but after that it's been changed to blonde, and her hair has remained blonde ever since. Number 9 is Honaker, and her first introduction was, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, her first introduction was in Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, the most recent one, in 2015, and she is Japanese. And owing to her status as a Japanese schoolgirl, she constantly wears a school uniform, including the blazer, as well as a glove that has a winking skull and crossbones logo on the back of her hand. And she also has her hair tied into a side ponytail with the exact same thing on it. She's a high school student and secretly a martial artist who made her debut in the 2015 title Dead or Alive 5 Last Round, which I have on the PS4, by the way, so, you know, if you ever want to fight, Formula NASCAR 1 is the name. And also another fact is that she has her own style. I think it's called Honaker Fu, as a take on Kung Fu, I guess. And I also looked it up, that there were theories that she may be related to Ayane, possibly because of the face and that they both have red irises, but that will most likely be a video probably for another day. Number 8 is Zack, and his first introduction. We're going back in time again to 1996, and he is American. Zack is a DJ from the Dead or Alive series who first appeared in the original Dead or Alive from 1996. A self-taught Muay Thai boxer, Zack only enters the tournaments for the money and the fame. Whilst achieving a place in the top 3 in the previous 3 tournaments, that isn't too bad in itself. If that was real life, that'd be pretty good. Either due to other contestants withdrawing, or throughout his own efforts. Zack is the, and I quote, winner of the 4th tournament, as Helena gave up her title of winner to him. I'm not entirely sure what the reason may be, but there are probably many theories and stuff going on about it, so that again may or may not be another video for another day. Also, another thing about Zack is, see what I've done now mainly, as I'm just adding on a little fact onto each of them, is he mainly has all different colourful costumes with literally, as you can see there, he's got like 3 or 4 different colours in his Mohican hair, and he always has bright, vibrant colours when he's fighting as well. So yeah, quite a colourful character. Number 7 is Jan Lee, and his first introduction was in Dead or Alive from 1996. How many more times I'm going to say Dead or Alive from 1996? I'm not sure. But he is Chinese. Jan Lee has made many friendly rivals through the series, like Lei Feng, Ryu Hayabusa, and Hitomi, to name a few. Like other Jeet Kune Do, I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Instead of me trying to pronounce these in the most painfully way possible, perhaps someone could explain how they're pronounced, because I'm not entirely sure. He is based on the late martial artist and movie star Bruce Lee. A little known fact, but there you go. Well, little known to the ones who are not entirely into the whole Dead or Alive universe. Jan Lee fights from his soul. He appears at battles where only the strongest of men fight. He strives for each attack to be the most powerful strike he has made in his life. For this reason, and this reason alone, he once again enters the tournaments. And I don't even know a little fact to add on to the end of it. That's pretty much that. On to number 6. Number 6 is Marie Rose. The amount of times, the amount of arguments and things I've seen on comments and forums and whatnot that about Marie Rose and Honaker and which one is better. Well, now there's my opinion. I personally think Marie Rose is better, personally. Her first introduction was the Dead or Alive Ultimate Arcade in 2013, the second most recent introduction. And she is Swedish, although she doesn't sound it. Marie Rose is the shortest female fighter in the Dead or Alive series, standing at 147 centimeters tall, roughly 4'10", with a small frame. She has blonde bottom-length hair that is held up in twin pigtails. Her hair may or may not be much longer, but she always has it tied up, so we're not sure. But when you play Dead or Alive Extreme 3, she is able to have her hair down. And it says that her hair is drastically shorter when it's been let down. So I'm not sure exactly how to work that out. She also mainly appears to wear costumes that predominantly are filled with the main colours of either black or white. Now this was a design specifically by Koei Tecmo, and well, not by them, but by someone. But she predominantly wears either black or white as seen in this picture. On to the next. Number 5 is Kokoro. Her first introduction was Dead or Alive 4 in 2005, and she too is Japanese. She is a polite girl. She is the illegitimate daughter of famed Douglas and one of his former mistresses, Miyako, making Kokoro the half-sister of Helena. Let's continue. It is possible that if Helena were to give up her control of the Dead or Alive Tournament Executive Committee, okay, that's what it was, I forgot what it was, but there you go, that she would take her place. However, it seems that she has little to no knowledge of her connection to Doatek and the Douglas family. And I've run out of facts again. On to the next. Number 4 is Ryu Hayabusa, and his first introduction was Dead or Alive in 1996, but his first video game introduction in general was Ninja Gaiden in 1988. And he is Japanese. A member of the Hayabusa clan's head family, Hayabusa often takes on the leadership responsibilities of the clan and the protection of the Dragon Sword, while his father, Joe Hayabusa, trains in the mountains. He was the winner of the second Dead or Alive tournament, the son of Joe Hayabusa. Saying the same name twice really doesn't work. Let's just say Ryu was born into the dragon lineage legacy as required. He would be trained from childhood to walk the path of a ninja, a way of life played with danger, pain and sorrow. Not exactly the life of Lapin luxury. But the reason I like him is because he's so cool. Just look at him, he's so cool. Anyways, number 3 is Kasumi. For all of those who are into Dead or Alive, they're probably wondering, why is Kasumi 3rd when she's the main face of the franchise? Anyways, her first introduction was in Dead or Alive in 1996. Unsurprisingly, she's Japanese, and she is one of the original 8 who debuted in the first Dead or Alive game. She instantly became the main protagonist of the Dead or Alive series, specifically in number 1, number 2 and number 5. And she's often viewed as the series mascot, hence why on most of the covers of the games and most of the main storylines, you mainly play as, or if not start off as her. And she was the winner of the first Dead or Alive tournament. Originally second in line for the title of the Clan Master with the Mugen Tenshin, Kasumi became a Nukenin. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but that means a missing shinobi. And she ran away from home in order to avenge her older brother Hayate, She is also the half-sister and cousin of Ayane, and they actually didn't know that they were related until a little bit later on in life, because when they were younger, when they were children, they always used to play and whatnot. What children do with each other as friends. That's what they used to do. And anyways, number 2 is Hitomi. And her first introduction was Dead or Alive 3, which was released in 2001. And her nationality is German. She is a character from the Dead or Alive series who debuted in Dead or Alive 3, replacing Ian, which is Hayate. So just to clarify that, it is the same person, just with a different identity. And she replaced him as the regular karate martial artist in the character roster. She has been practicing the art of karate under her father's tutelage since she was a child, and enters the Dead or Alive tournaments either to prove her skills or to see Hayate. What could be going on there? I'm not sure. Maybe, again, like many of these other stories, perhaps saved for a later date. There is so much to talk about now. Whatever the reason she chooses, she's determined to win the tournament. However, as far as we know of, and as far as we're going to know, she currently hasn't won any of the tournaments. I'm not sure why. Maybe, well, probably not getting very far in it, like England in the 2014 World Cup. That went well. Anyways, either for whatever reason, she's determined to win the title. That's pretty much the title, the winner title. But yeah, and my most favourite character in the Dead or Alive series, I'm pretty sure most of you will probably now know who it is. It is Ayane, and her first introduction was in Dead or Alive 1998, which was the same as the 1996 one, except it was the 1998 PlayStation remaster, which I have. And she is Japanese, of course. And this is a long thing to read. She is a Kenichi. I seriously hope I pronounce these right. I seriously hope I've pronounced these words right. Of the Mugen Tenshin clan, and the current master of the clan's Hajinmon sect. Thank God I pronounced that right. She was the winner of the third tournament. Okay, so we now know that the winner of the first one was Kasumi. The winner of the second one was I think it was Hayabusa, I think. The third one was Ayane, as we now know, and the fourth one was technically Helena, but she kind of forfeited it, so Zack, whoever you want to say. Anyways, so now we know the winner of each of the tournaments. And number 5? Anyways, she's the youngest girl in the game, and the second youngest character in the whole series. And I have a feeling I know who the youngest is. Probably Elliot. No, it's definitely Chen Fu for the win. Nah. She made her debut, as I said, in the 1998 PlayStation remake of the first Dead or Alive game. And she is one of the 2 unlockable characters. Since then, she has become one of the main protagonists in the Dead or Alive series, particularly for Dead or Alive 3, and has become one of the series' most popular characters. As such, she has made many appearances outside of Dead or Alive, most notably in the Ninja Gaiden series. The reason why I put her as my favourite is it's probably just something about her that makes me like her more than the others. Of course, that's going to be the reason, but it's probably just her style and how she fights, or how she... I don't know the reason. But a fun fact is that most notably she wears mainly black or purple, or sometimes some other colours, but it's mainly those two, and she mainly wears that bandana, headband, whatever you want to call it, there most of the time. So yeah, that was my list of my top 10 favourite Dead or Alive characters, and I would love to know if there are any other fellow Dead or Alive enthusiasts out there that would like to share their top 10 or 5. And if you enjoyed the video, leave a like and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another video. And I do hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next video.